It's Celebrity MasterChef. We've got 16 celebs all hoping to show off their cooking talents.
I'm totally competitive. I have to win at everything.
They've proved themselves in their own profession. Now let's see if they can cut it in the kitchen.
I'm definitely serious about it. I don't want to look like an idiot.
I believe I can win. I'd be so chuffed.
Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
Oi, that's my line.
These 4 celebrities are competing to be the next MasterChef champion. But only the best cooks will make it through.
I'm going to try and stick to things that I know I can cook and just cook them well. I'm not good at multitasking.
I'm not that bothered about meeting John and Greg. I'm just more worried about what I might have written about them in my newspaper columns. I think I said something really appalling about Greg the other week.
I like to get things right, but I'm not going to fall apart if it goes wrong. And you can rescue almost anything with quite a big dollop of butter.
I would love to win MasterChef. I hope they like family food.
4 celebrities who believe they have skill, who believe they can cook. Well, they're about to find out.
I know we're going to find a star. We've had some brilliant Celebrity MasterChef champions. Welcome to MasterChef. This is your opportunity to show the whole nation what a marvellous cook you are.
Your first task is the mystery box. Under that box, you've got a set of ingredients, and we want you to cook 1 dish.
Contestants, lift the box.
There's an alien on my kitchen.
Today's main ingredient is a spider crab. The box also includes phyllo pastry, pineapple, spinach, chili, spring onions, pistachio nuts, brandy, and an orange.
We are going to give you 50 minutes. Ladies, let's cook.
Oh. I haven't got a clue what to do with crab.
Spider crab, a big, ugly creature with beautiful sweet white meat and spicy brown meat inside the body. Not easy to battle with, and they've got to produce for us one fantastic dish, a dish that actually shows us they can cook.
Sugar babe Heidi Range loves good food, but most of her culinary experience comes from eating in restaurants rather than cooking herself.
I do eat out quite a lot, which I guess is bad in a way because I should have been at home practicing cooking.
Hello, Heidi. Forgive
Hello.
me, but you look a little nervous.
I haven't got a clue what to do, because crab is one of the only fish I've never cooked.
What brings you to MasterChef?
I love cooking. When I was touring with the band all the time, I didn't really get to cook, but if I did have a day off, I used to love getting me recipe books out and trying something completely new. But that was with a bottle of wine and a whole day and my favourite album playing.
Heidi, your hands are visibly shaking. You are that nervous?
Yes.
What's the biggest audience you've ever performed in front of?
90,000.
And you are nervous chopping an onion?
Yeah.
How's that?
Because I know I can sing, but I don't know if I can cook.
Heidi seems to like food, but she's not quite sure what that dish is going to be. Considering Heidi's been shaking more than a castanet, I'll tell you what, she's doing all right.
Journalist and broadcaster Janet Street Porter worked as a waitress in her teens, but her love of cooking came later.
I didn't do cookery at school. I didn't learn to cook till I was in my 20s. I wasn't very confident about it. I remember buying my first chicken and I had no idea which end you put the stuffing in or what you did. So that was a bit off-putting.
Janet, have you decided on what you're going to cook for us?
I could do something in this. I could make Greg a hat out of it or something.
Yeah, you could do. Or you could, you know... Do you have an idea what you're going to cook? Or no idea at all yet?
I like the crab. I like the spinach.
Good.
I could make...
So the answer is no, you haven't decided yet?
No.
What other things do you like to cook with, Janet?
I like what I call homely cooking. I cook a lot of game. I eat roadkill. If I see pheasant or rabbit that's been hit by a car, I'll pick it up and pluck it or, you know, skin it and eat it.
So you're not faint-hearted at all, are you?
No.
Good. Well, we're excited by this, Janet. Cooking something delicious, something you want to eat. Good luck.
Thank you.
Janet wasn't quite sure what to do. Now she's focused. We've got ourselves some crab cakes with potato through them and flavoured with chilli and tarragon. I don't know what else Janet's going to put with that to make it really tasty. Stop shaking yet?
They're still shaking.
They are still shaking.
Contestants, half an hour has gone. You have 20 minutes left.
Comedian and writer Katie Brand learned to cook from her mum.
I have no idea if I have a good palate. I think it's one of those things, it's like a sense of humour, isn't it? Everyone thinks they've got a great palate, but I guess I'll find out.
Unlike the other three cooks in the room, Katie, you've got a smile on your face, which fills me with confidence.
What are the links between comedy and food?
Well, there aren't very many because most comedians, when they're on the road, it's all about having a sort of petrol station pasty at midnight on the way back from a gig.
What are you going to cook for us?
I think I'm going to make some sort of crab ravioli with some sort of lemon butter sauce, maybe with a bit of chilli in it.
And spinach?
And spinach in the ravioli.
How many times have you made ravioli?
Never, I've never made ravioli. I've never taken a crab apart. I'm slightly fudging it.
Righto, Katie.
OK.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Katie is being so ambitious. Crab ravioli, wilted spinach, that is really ambitious. I hope she has the skill to pull it off.
Looks a bit runny. Oh my God.
Jo Wood, who was married to Rolling Stone Ronnie Wood for 26 years, has always enjoyed cooking for her family.
The only pressure I've ever had is my kids saying, "When's dinner going to be ready?" So I don't know what I'm going to be like under extreme pressure.
You seem to know what you're doing.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, look, you look ordered to me. How much cooking do you do?
I love cooking. I cook for my family, though. Just for my family.
Who's in the family?
Kids, grandchildren, the lot.
You're a grandmother?
I'm about to have my 7th.
What?
Yeah. The eldest one's 13.
Tell us the dish, Jo.
I'm just doing crab cakes. That's the first thing that came to mind.
What do you want from MasterChef?
To be able to produce a beautiful plate of food. I like to cook, but I've never cooked in a way that present it beautifully and just refine it a bit more. Well, a lot more.
If you can make flavour, we can teach presentation.
Cool. All right, you got a deal.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Good luck, Jo. Ladies, last 10 minutes.
I've no idea if this is right or wrong.
Last 60 seconds. That's it, stop.
First up is Janet, who has made tarragon, chilli and spring onion crab cakes with a spinach salad and an orange dressing.
You knew you wanted to use the shell. Once you've decided to make crab cakes, there really is no use for the shell, but you wanted to use it, so you've put a spinach salad in it.
Yeah, are you complaining or stating?
I think the only reason to use the shell is to serve crab meat in it, not to serve a salad in it.
Well, we'll have to agree to differ on that, Craig.
Well, that's where then I'm really pleased that I make the decision whether you advance or not, and not you.
Jan, I like the lot. I like the whole lot.
Thank you.
I really like those crab cakes, which are soft, sweet from the crab, and then the confetti of chilli and tarragon and raw spring onion, which you just crunch into, explodes in your mouth and makes it really something quite delicious. If I've got one tiny comment, get a bit of crispness on the outside of that crab cake. Give it a bit of texture, and because the inside, it's lovely and soft. You got texture on the outside, it would have been an absolute joy, but I am really, really pleased.
Thank you.
That all tastes really nice. There's a sweetness that prevails through all of it. The orange juice on the spinach is inspired. It's got pepper on there as well because it just gives it a little sweet freshness. Really nice. Right, so you're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy, Greg. We haven't fallen out yet.
Here's the other bit of sound advice. Make friends with the judges.
I'm trying to be humble, but it doesn't come naturally.
I say, I've never seen you so pleasant in all my life. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I won't last much longer.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you. I thought they were very nice about my dish. They were nicer than I thought they were going to be. I wouldn't have moaned about it being not cooked enough on the outside. I thought the outside looked fine.
Heidi is serving the crab on a bed of spinach with a tomato, chilli and lemon dressing.
You've certainly got an eye for decoration. This is the best looking dish in the room. You've got a lot of quality white crab meat from that crab, and there is not one bit of cartilage or shell in there. Well done. I also really like the tomato, onion, chilli sauce that you've got going through the crab. I think that's great.
Your spinach underneath is either got to be cooked or not cooked. We've got bits which are all sloppy and soggy, and we've got bits which are crunchy and stuck in my teeth. Look, it's not the most ambitious, it's not the most skilled dish in the room, but it looks good. It's got promise.
Thank you. I was glad that they liked my presentation. But I'm just disappointed I couldn't come up with something that showed more.
Katie has made crab and spinach ravioli with a tomato concasse in a lemon, chilli and butter sauce.
I'm really impressed. It looks great.
Thank you.
Wonderful ravioli, really light, full of flavour, but that sauce is a little wishy-washy, a little watery.
Okay.
Because you made it from boiling up shells.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Greg. If you want to make a sauce from crab, fry the bones first.
Oh, okay.
Fry the bones and then put something in there to thicken it, then your water, and you'll get a lot more flavour. But I'm still going to say I'm really impressed. I think it's really tasty, really well seasoned, and the real richness of your crab inside that ravioli, which is beautifully made. And at this stage of the competition, good on you.
Thank you. It didn't go too badly. I just feel slightly in disbelief that I actually did get it resembling ravioli, because I just literally all that was going like ticker tape was stop it, stop it, stop it.
Finally, Jo has made crab cakes served with wilted spinach, sliced tomato and a tarragon vinaigrette.
Nice idea. However, if you look down at them, they're both different colours.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd give you a little variety in colour.
Did you really?
No.
You didn't, did you?
Joe, you really struggled with the texture of your crab cakes because the mix was quite wet and quite loose.
Yeah.
But actually, that's to your benefit because those crab cakes are lovely and moist. They're really flavoursome and you've got a decent palate because everything on that plate is really well seasoned. I've got to say, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I think you've got a bit of work to do, but this is a good start, Joe.
OK, thank you.
I like your tomatoes, really fresh, with the tarragon vinaigrette, gives it a nice aniseed tang. I really like the spinach. Love the flavour of the crab cakes. I'd like them a little smaller, but I'm not sure I want to eat them with A, a cold salad, and B, hot spinach.
OK. That went OK. It wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be.
That was a pretty good start. Right, you're going to go and get a break, and we've got a cracking test for you coming up. Go on, off you go.
God.
I'm really surprised. All four got stuck into that crab. Yes, there's mistakes around the room, that's fair enough, but some really good flavour balances. Heidi, a little bit more confidence, please. Katie, continue doing what you're doing. Joe, just a little bit of refinement. And Janet, I tell you what, Janet's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Are you scared of Janet?
No, not Janet.
She's ferocious.
In the next round, you and I will find out if they really know what they're doing. This is a palate test. I'm going to cook a dish. Once they've tasted it, we're going to ask them to recreate it without a recipe.
The dish is Chinese spiced duck breast with duck dumplings and a spicy noodle soup.
So the first thing really is to get the bones so that we can make the stock. We're going to ask them to take the breast off the duck. Put that to one side. And now let it cook. Carrot.
Are you going to give them a cleaver?
Yeah.
Great. You watch them prepare the duck, I'll catch the fingers.
Peppercorns. So it's 2 sour anise. And then the veg. Some colour on our bones. And just pour the chicken stock over the top. We made the stock, but now we actually want to make the soup. The root of the coriander, a chilli split, and then some ginger. And then some star anise.
They're not going to get it, John. They're not going to get it, mate. You've been too ambitious.
Pour your stock over your aromats, and then the infusion starts to happen. That's it.
With the soup cooking, the next stage is the duck breast.
So score the skin, because as the skin cooks, the skin shrinks, and as it shrinks the meat, and it makes the meat tough. Season the duck itself with lots and lots of 5-spice. Rub it into the skin of the duck. Skin side down into the cold pan. So the duck, there's crispiness around the outside of the skin. And that now goes in the oven for 5 minutes. And now to make the dumplings, little wontons. There's our boned out leg of duck. So there's our mince. Spring onions and duck into a bowl. Soy sauce, sesame oil. Take the dumpling wrapper itself, a little bit of water around the outside, and then a small amount of filling. Take our dumplings and drop them into our stock. Now, they're only going to take a minute or so, not very long at all. So the duck now has to come out. And now let it sit and rest. So noodles in the bottom, they don't need to be cooked, they're just going to be reheated. A little bit of our garnish around the outside. And you get the dumplings out. And it's still a little bit pink.
Perfect.
To strain the stock, and then just pour that over the top of the duck and the noodles. So that's our 5-spice duck and noodle and dumpling soup.
That is multi-flavoured and complex, and this is a tough task.
Well, there's only one way to see if they can cook it. Let's get them in. This is the palate test. Because you cooked so well for us, I've cooked you a dish. Taste the dish. Write down as many flavours and ingredients you possibly can. Off you go.
You don't know how many ingredients you're supposed to be looking for, so in a way it's kind of how long is a piece of string. It's nice though. Give me another 15 minutes, I'll eat it all.
Not too sure about the meat. Not sure if that's pork or lamb. Oh God. I feel like I've gone back to school.
I don't cook Chinese food at all, but I know that's a sliced duck breast.
I think they're pork dumplings with spring onion, and that's beef. I've eaten many dishes like this. I've not cooked one though.
Now you've tasted John's dish, we are going to give you the opportunity of making that dish. Underneath the sackcloth on your bench are all the ingredients that went into making John's dish. And there are some ingredients there that didn't.
You have 1 hour. Ladies, let's cook.
The ingredients have been separated into 3 groups. Those to make the dumplings, those to make the soup, including the bones for the stock, and a selection of proteins, including chicken and pork. But there is only duck used in John's dish.
The palate test is great because it tells us a lot about the cooks and the way they taste food. And a great cook, as we know, has to have a decent palate. We've got to understand how flavours work or don't work together.
I'm not confident. I haven't got the first idea, to be honest. And if in doubt, I'll just put a load of gravy browning in the soup and it'll at least look the right colour.
As yet, it's only Janet and Katie that have identified the meat as duck.
Janet knows how to bone a duck, that's for sure. I don't know how good a palate is, but she's good with a knife.
Whilst Janet and Katie have correctly identified the duck breast, Heidi has mistakenly chosen the pork.
What you got there?
This is the pork. I'm just browning it off and then I'm going to put it in the oven.
Good, what's on the outside of it?
It's the Chinese 5-spice.
So, because you worked out there was something on top, didn't you, before?
I tasted the 2 and that tasted most like the spice that was on it because I couldn't work out what spice it was.
Heidi might have got the meat wrong, but she's recognised the 5-spice.
That's right.
Tell you what, she may not know her meat, but she's got a decent palate. She can taste it.
Time flies when you're having fun. You've had 20 minutes. 20 minutes gone, 40 minutes left.
Cook this up, add to the stock, and then I'll strain that. Cook the noodles. Oh, I don't know.
Jo has also decided to use the duck breast, but she's chosen the chicken to use in the dumplings.
Oh no, it's quite strong.
Jo's not particularly confident, I've got to say, but she is now pushing ahead. She's looked at the ingredients. Now, she may not be able to taste it correctly. I just hope she can actually make the dish and make it something quite special.
I'm making stock, but I realise you're giving me some.
It's not a bad thing, is it, to make a richer stock?
I make it all the time.
So what do you got in there, then?
I roasted off the duck carcass, the bones that were on the inside.
And you've got duck done?
I've seared the duck off,
What's on top of the duck?
I rubbed it with the spices.
Good.
Janet seems to be getting on with it very, very well indeed, and I'm pretty confident we're going to get a decent dish from her, unless something goes badly wrong right now.
I'm most worried about getting the stock right and the dumplings. They've never made dumplings. Do you know what? As long as it's something nice to taste, I'll be happy. I haven't got a clue if this is how you make dumplings. Do you cook? I don't know if you cook the meat before you steam them or you...
She's actually thinks she's mincing up pork, but she's mincing up duck to go into the dumplings. So actually, she's going to get the dumplings right by default.
You're halfway. You've got 30 minutes left.
What's she got in there?
I've got chicken in here, John.
And what else you got in there?
I've got spring onion, some garlic, some sesame oil, and a little splash of soy sauce.
Last 10 minutes.
Tastes exactly the same. Doesn't matter what Greg says.
You should be thinking about plating up your dishes now. If you aren't already, you have 6 minutes left.
Right, that's it. Time's up. Stop. Stop, stop, stop.
Bring your plates up. Let me tell you what I did for you. I made you a 5-spice duck and noodle soup with duck dumplings flavoured with sesame oil and spring onions. Heidi, shall we start with you? We seem to have a little problem here, Mr. Wallace.
That's not a duck.
I know.
It's pork.
What sort of meat have we got in the dumplings?
Pork, I think.
No, duck, which is interesting.
I'll go to the butcher's later. Spend the evening in the butcher's.
Whoa! Wow, that's spicy. How many of these little boys did you put in there?
3.
3?
3 on top.
That broth is really fiery, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I love the chilli, the ginger, and the strength in there, I really do. I also love the softness and the flavour of your dumplings. There's a sweetness to them as well. I like it.
The dumplings are a little bit overcooked, but you did grind the meat up and then cook it before they were filled, and they need to be raw meat inside the dumplings. Pork, it's nice enough. It's got the 5 spice around the outside.
Your cooking's not bad at all. Your ability to identify animals maybe needs some work.
Yeah. The second round went much better for me. Still put the wrong meat in. But do you know what? I've learned so much today.
Katie? The inside the dumpling, there's chicken.
Yes.
Not duck. The flavours in your dumplings are really, really good with the spring onions and the sesame oil and the soy sauce. I love the flecks of chilli and coriander across the top. Really generous. That gives it a bursting flavour of Asia. But for me, that broth could be so much more special.
Your duck is cooked nicely. It's got the sweetness of the 5 spice across the top. Noodles are cooked. I love the chilli and the coriander. The broth has all the flavour there, just not in enough power. It's pretty close and it's pretty good.
I don't know if I proved to them that I've got a good palate, but I definitely feel more confident in my palate now.
Janet. It was really impressive to watch you work. And then for some reason at the end you put the whole lot together and brought it up to the boil. That's what you've done wrong, because it was beautifully cooked. You will see and had the lovely pink running through it. Now that it's been boiled, it's gone grey and it's starting to curl up like the sole of your shoe. Actually, you know, there's some interesting flavours and your technique is fantastic.
If you look at John's dish, it had form, it had shape. You've served it all like great big stew.
I can't see what's wrong with the way I've served it. You're trying to make me serve it like I'm in a restaurant, and I categorically can't do that. I'm serving it like you'd have it at home, right? So, yeah, they've done it more like you because they've crawled up to you and they've done it with all that thing around the side. And I completely accept that I brought it to the boil. So I'm eating humble pie, Greg.
Joe, look at the colour and the sheen on your broth. That is fantastic. I think your dish looks stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Your dumplings have fallen apart, and so they've just got completely wet inside.
Yeah.
And they're made out of minced chicken instead of duck. That's the bad point. The rest of it is really, really good. That broth is lovely. Chili, ginger, sweetness and depth. I love it. You should be really pleased with yourself, Joe.
Thank you.
Your duck is a little bit chewy because you need to score the skin before you cook it. Joe, I think you've done a great job. I'm really pleased for you.
Oh, thank you.
You all right?
Yep. No, good. I'm pleased about that. Oh, my God.
You're blushing, Joe.
I know. I haven't blushed for years. Oh, good.
Well done, Joe.
What about her presentation?
Fabulous. and the fact that it's beside your scruffy offering makes it look
Mine
even
looks
better.
a mess now because you've been fiddling around with it.
Janet, can I just say to you, you're the only person in the room who did the duck on top and the duck and the dumplings. The only person who did the meat right on both bits. There you go.
I feel a bit better now.
Today, I've got to say, it's a bit of a success. Now, I would suggest you get a good night's sleep because tomorrow, we've got something really exciting for you to do. Thank you. Off we go.
Oh, gosh, what have we got to do tomorrow?
What a great start. Today, we have had 8 edible dishes.
Heidi's got a great eye for presentation, some good flavour ideas as well. She just needs a shot of confidence.
Today was terrifying, so whatever comes tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be shaking again. But I could come out with a little corker, couldn't I? I don't know. So, you know, I'll just keep trying.
Katie continues to impress, John. We've got a cook on our hands, no doubt about it.
If you had told me this morning that what I would have made by the end of the day, I just wouldn't have believed that, because I've done everything I've done today I've never done before.
Jo made a few mistakes and she didn't quite know what she was doing, but her food tastes good.
After our comments today, I'll tell you what, it's given Jo a real lift. She really now is enjoying this competition and wants more of it, I can tell.
I think all their comments were really, really fair, especially when they were such lovely ones. So I was thrilled with that. Yeah, I'm really excited.
can't wait to see what we've got going on tomorrow.
What I don't understand about Janet, she loves the preparation, she doesn't like the presentation.
Well, I better learn to be grateful for a slight praise by tomorrow. I better learn a bit of humility. But, you know, I'm 66 years old. It's not going to happen overnight, is it?
Tell you what, tomorrow is going to be reality.
From 2 dishes in the MasterChef kitchen to the general public. We're going to send them out into the real world.
They've survived the MasterChef kitchen. Now the 4 celebrities are being sent into the high-pressure world of mass catering.
Our cooks are in for a shock. There's no way in the world these 4 have encountered anything like today's challenge. Cooking in volume and cooking as a team for an extraordinary array of customers.
Here at the formidable Royal Albert Hall, Cirque du Soleil, the globally renowned human circus, are halfway through their London tour. Famed for their gravity-defying acrobatics, these performers have entertained over 100 million people worldwide.
Welcome to the iconic Royal Albert Hall. This afternoon, there is a matinee performance of the extraordinary Cirque du Soleil. You are catering their lunch.
We're going to split you into 2 teams. Team 1, Janet and Katie. Team 2, Joe and Heidi.
Cool.
Guys, today you are going to cater between you all for over 100 people. This afternoon's performance is at 3:30. That means that all the performers must be able to have time to digest their food. Lunch is at 1 o'clock. You cannot be late.
You looking at me?
Good luck. Off you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today's matinee performance will be watched by over 4,000 people. Making sure things stay on track in the kitchen is head chef Agostina Bellina.
Hello, welcome, come in. These are all the ingredients you will have today to create a menu for 100 of our cast and crew members. And I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to shop around and create your menu, and then you're gonna cook. Okay? Have fun, girls.
Oh yeah, grab some of those.
And then what about shepherd's pie? Potatoes?
Right, so that's our meat, so we're doing chicken.
Got any tomatoes there?
The 2 teams have a variety of ingredients to work with, including chicken, lamb, cheese and pasta, as well as a large selection of vegetables and fruit.
Should we do lentils?
I don't know. I don't think they look very appetising. Yeah, grab a good load of them.
Each team will have to cook 50 portions of a meat dish, 30 of a vegetarian dish, and 30 desserts. They will have 2.5 hours to get it ready.
Seeing this amount of ingredients phases you because you're not sure how much you're going to need. So that's why I've got so many carrots in my hand. I've only ever cooked for about 3 people, so cooking for 100 is going to be a big challenge.
I'm just wondering about how many potatoes we're going to need to do shepherd's pie, the mash. So we'll improvise. I love Cirque du Soleil. I've seen it a few times, and so it's a real privilege for me to be cooking for them. So I need to make it really tasty and really good. I need more potatoes, really.
Should we do a chicken casserole with rice?
Yeah, all right.
I imagine the main aim is, given the fact that they spend quite a lot of their time upside down or folded in half, I don't want to feed them something that they then bring up all over the audience later.
What are we doing for the vegetarians?
I don't know, but I think we should definitely
I
use
thought this giant couscous is good for the vegetarians.
Okay.
With some... Katie and I are both quite bossy, but I think we'll get on reasonably well. Mind you, might not after half an hour, but...
Do you mind telling me your 3 courses for today, please?
Well, it's still a bit of a work in progress, but I think what we're going for is a sort of spicy vegetarian bean stew and a chicken casserole with spinach.
The menu sounds very good.
Thank you. Right.
For their dessert, they have chosen to do a mixed fruit crumble.
How many of these do you think? 4? Yeah, let's do 4.
What do you think you're going to make?
We're going to make macaroni cheese, and then we're going to do shepherd's pie, and then something nice and light. We're going to do a nice fresh fruit salad.
Okay, that sounds great.
Is that good?
Sounds very good. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's always interesting to see people that are not professional chefs cooking, because it's very hard to go from making dinner for your friends to make a big amount of food and make it taste the same way. So I'm excited to try what they make. They seem pretty calm now. Normally 30 minutes before the service, it gets pretty hectic.
Katie starts cubing the 10 kilos of chicken for their casserole, while Janet starts on the plums for the crumble.
Mine will need an hour and a half. How long was the crumble need?
20 minutes from when you've assembled it.
Even something that size?
OK,
Yeah,
half an
maybe
hour.
half an hour?
Yeah. Well, when you're cooking, you've got to be decisive. And when I edited a newspaper, that's what you have to be, decisive. It's faffing, gets you nowhere. We're both alpha males.
How you doing, Janet?
Oh, God, you're here.
So, have you decided on your menu?
Yeah, I'm doing the prep for the dessert, which is going to be a fruit crumble.
Obviously, fruit crumb's a great idea, baked fruit.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it can't be too stodgy, can it?
No, I just do a thin layer on the top just to give it a look. So
Okay.
I know from when I do it at home, all the women only eat the bottom bit.
These are big quantities, so somehow or other it's got to be delicious and elegant at the same time.
I hope so.
Elegant?
Yeah.
Elegant?
Yeah, like you, Janet.
Do we look like 2 elegant women?
Yeah, you do.
On the other side of the kitchen, Joe is mincing lamb for their shepherd's pie, while Heidi is chopping the mountain of veg to go in it.
I've performed here a few times. I'm used to going to the dressing rooms, not the kitchen. This is actually scarier. Loads of vegetables to peel. I'm going to be crying, aren't I, with the onions? And fingers crossed I don't lose a finger.
Katie and Janet, they're really timing it, their every move. I never work like that, so I'm hoping the way we do it will be just as good. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to go to the gym today, that's for sure.
With the mince on for the shepherd's pie, Jo can turn her attention to the macaroni cheese.
What are you making there? A bechamel?
I'm making cheese sauce for my...
Are you copping out here, really? Shepherd's pie, macaroni cheese, fruit salad.
You know, when I was on tour, that's what people used to love to eat.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, OK.
There was always a shepherd's pie every night at the gig. I went on tour for 30 years.
On tour for 30 years?
Yeah.
Heidi and Joe have got a macaroni cheese, classic dish. Pasta with a bechamel sauce and cheese. It could be a little bit too thick and stodgy for the performers.
The acrobats burn off hundreds of calories rehearsing for their physically demanding show. It's energy they'll need to replenish during their lunch break.
A good diet is important because it truly is the fuel of our company. If we're not fed well or if we don't rest well, the show will suffer. If the food is not served on time today, I'm afraid many of us will have to run around and find a solution because people cannot eat later than normal. Everybody needs a certain amount of time to do their makeup, to get the stage ready, and to open the doors to the public on time. And 4,000 people cannot wait today.
You have 1 hour and 20 minutes, OK?
Despite her careful planning, Katie is struggling to get the 10 kilos of chicken cooked to schedule.
The cooking of the chicken is a bit more complicated than ideally it would be. I'm just slightly concerned that I haven't got enough time now to get it on with enough time left for it to reduce down to a nice thick casserole. I like a challenge. Right, we've basically got 10 minutes to get both our stews on and cooking.
Yeah.
Janet puts the crumble on hold and makes a start on the vegetarian stew with couscous.
What's your dish?
Right now, I'm going to do a vegetable kind of stew with beans, with a spicy tomato base.
It sounds lovely, but will you get it done?
I don't know, Greg, do I?
You're in charge. You can't trust Katie. You have to know.
Now, I'm not dissing my partner, even though you are. It's a democracy.
All right. Good luck. There's still a frown on your face, which is encouraging.
Yeah, I'm concentrating. That's not a frown. Oh, my God, Greg's being nice to me. I don't know how to handle that.
On the other side of the kitchen, Joe and Heidi are putting together their 50 portions of shepherd's pie. But there's a problem.
What are you going to do now, Joe?
Put them in the oven.
But you've got...
I know, I don't have enough potato for that.
So there's not enough, but you've got enough topping for the top?
No.
All of them?
No, there wasn't enough potatoes.
You don't think you can... No?
No, I can't. It's already thin
OK,
enough.
and the other thing is make sure you've got enough oven space, huh?
Yeah.
Got mac and cheese, you've got pies, there's chicken in the oven.
Oh,
You all right?
so-
You're looking a bit worn out, lovely.
No, I'm boiling hot.
Are you? Cooks, you have 40 minutes until lunchtime.
With their mains finally cooking, Katie and Janet don't have long to finish their 30 portions of crumble.
There's 2 of those, right?
No, that's one. That's enough for... That'll be fine.
For 30?
Yeah.
No, that's not enough for 30.
It will.
No, it's not. Janet, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 24 in there at the most. Come on, we've got to do another one.
Cheese sauce in. Go on, put your spoon in.
You have 30 minutes, maybe you should...
Should I put these in the...
Yeah,
should I...
1 shepherd's pie and 1 mac and cheese in the oven, so you have it ready for one.
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
With the mains in the oven, Joe and Heidi can finally start their dessert.
Is there no way of poshing up this fruit salad?
We
are.
Cream.
Does it not look a little bit like you've just opened a tin?
No, because we've prepared it all freshly. We will arrange it better.
All right. But you are confident, are you, it's going to be out on time?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
This is brown sugar, amaretto and water, just to make a little sweetness for the fruit salad.
Oh, perfect. This is the perfect amount.
Oh, women working in harmony. Just like World War II.
How's our couscous? Are we going to have that out in time?
The couscous is done. I want to make it look better now.
Brilliant. Did you... What, you're going to have a go at presentation, are you?
Don't hold your breath.
It's just over 20 minutes to lunch. If you don't feed those acrobats, they could flip.
You have 10 minutes, girls.
Please make your way downstairs for a very special guest chef lunch. See you there. Thank you.
OK, Janet, that's 1 chicken going.
OK.
Where am I going? Where am I going? Do the top parsley?
Yeah.
Let's get some parsley over here. Oh, I saw it here.
Oh, here we go.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Chicken.
Would you like a bit of chicken?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Chicken.
Perfect. I'll have the chicken stew.
Katie's chicken with peppers, tomato, spinach and oregano is proving to be an early hit.
It's really tender and moist, and the flavors are great.
We've just had training, so we always eat a lot after we've trained just to recoup our bodies before we do the show. Yeah, it's perfect.
I like Janet and Katie's chicken dish, I really do. It's flavoursome. There's a little bit of sweetness in there as well. The chicken is moist.
It's got sweetness from tomato, loads of oregano, so it's wonderful and herbaceous, and then a little bit of paprika just to give it a smoky bite. It's good, well-flavoured chicken. I've never tasted anything like it before. It's an invention, that's for sure, but it's a tasty dish.
Rice is a little hard, but hey, that's not bad at all.
Vegetables. Can I have some vegetables? Spicy vegetables. Is that spicy? Not that spicy. Smoky. Just a little bit.
Janet's squash, bean and tomato stew with raisin and almond giant couscous is also popular.
The beans were good. They were the right sort of textures. They were soft, so that's how you want them in that type of casserole, so that was good.
I like kind of savory and sweet flavors mixed together, so it's nice. And I like the almonds in it as well.
The squash could be a little softer, but I like the flavours. I like the sweetness of tomatoes and I like the back note of herbs. The couscous, however, is a little bland. The only other flavour in there is the sweet depth of the raisin.
The actual squash tomato stew with the beans is a really lovely idea, but it needs to be a little bit wetter and it needs a bit of chilli spice. It needs to taste like it's something quite fiery to go with that sweet couscous.
I'm fine, thank you, yeah.
Oh, no.
Are you looking?
Oh, yeah.
It's scary, I'm not going to look at
No,
you.
that's amazing, isn't it?
Would you like some shepherd's pie?
There's a rush on Heidi and Joe's shepherd's pie with crushed new potato and sweet potato top.
While traveling around, we get to experience a lot of different versions of shepherd's pie, and I like the fact that, for me, it's very English shepherd's pie.
That's good. I think I'm gonna get good energy from this food.
Flavours are good and it's sweet, but the textures are all wrong. The mince is too dry and the potato topping, some of it's actually hard and undercooked.
I mean, we've got minced lamb, which probably do with a lot more sauce and a little bit more seasoning. The skins are left on the potato. The other thing is the potatoes are so undercooked that you can't digest them.
Mac and cheese.
Absolutely.
Do you want more than that?
Yes.
Good girl.
Thank you.
I thought it was very good, yeah, I thought it was very, very nice. I'm a big fan of macaroni and cheese, so I thought I'd see what this was like, and I thought it was really good.
Pasta's well cooked. I love the tang of the cheese. Unfortunately, I'm still picking up a little bit of flour from the bechamel. But it's all right.
In environments like this, when you're doing mass catering, there are people who want very, very simple and unfussy food, and that actually ticks the box, doesn't it? It's comforting, it's warming, it's not bad.
With the mains over, Katie and Janet are keen to sell their spiced fruit crumble.
Everybody, there are puddings over here. Please help yourselves, because we've made those as well.
This was the fruit crumble. Very nice and warm. You can tell that it's fresh from the oven.
I'm a big fruit person. I don't like too sweet. So it was really nice. The chefs did a great job.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's got a crunchy top. It's also got a flavour that's not dissimilar to maple syrup in there.
It does taste good. She made a syrup with star anise and some cinnamon and poured it over the top of the fruit. So the fruit's not overcooked, which I really like.
It's got Janet's trademark presentation.
Yes.
But it tastes good. Tastes really good.
Heidi and Joe are serving their fruit salad with an amaretto sugar syrup and cream.
You know what I don't like about fruit salad normally? Is the bananas go mushy and horrible. And that's a nice, fresh banana that's not mushy and horrible. I'll give you a success.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of all... The fruit's all different sizes, though. If you're just going to chop the fruit up, yeah, let's make it the same size.
The point of a fruit salad is it should be vibrant and light and colourful.
Yeah.
But they've made it grey and brown.
This is all a bit sweet and sticky and weird. They put brown sugar and amaretto. Amaretto, alcohol, right? Alcohol to a group of performers about to go out on the stage using tight ropes and hanging from the ceiling.
Woohoo!
That was almost like doing proper work.
I've got to say, I think Katie and Janet have had a really, really good day.
As far as mass catering is concerned, the standard of the chicken dish and the standard of the dessert, I think these two are right up there.
I honestly now believe Heidi and Joe have got a lot to prove.
At this stage of the competition, nobody's going home and anything can happen. This is early days.
We've got a couple of big rounds to come. We know things can change.
I thought it was hard work. And my mother was a school dinner lady, but I don't think the serving skills have passed on to me.
The highlight for me was finishing the chopping. It was just hours and hours. I am feeling confident about the next challenge. I'm really looking forward to it.
I have never cooked for that many people before, but it's good to know that I can do it.
Next challenge, I reckon, is going to be tougher.
I've worked in kitchens before, years ago, and I've forgotten what hard work it is. I don't think I'm keen for a bit more of this, but I'm looking forward to the next challenge, yeah.
Next time, the pressure continues as the four celebrities battle to stay in the competition.
Oh, it's broken. Chef, egg's broken.
Now the next table's waiting, they're starting to ask where it is.
Back in the box, cashew nuts.
Janet, where are you? You got two cod on order.
I'm doing it!
All right.